8 Sex Myths Experts Wish Would Go Away, Part 2. We came across this article in the New York Times and we're sharing the highlights with you, so make sure to check out Part 1 if you haven't already. So myth number 5 is that men want more sex than women. This is not true. Sex therapist Dr. Ian Kerner says that differences in levels of desire is the number one issue he deals with in his practice. And that it's definitely not just the men who are always the partner with high levels of desire. One recent study showed that men and women have very similar changes to their levels of desire throughout the week. Myth number 6 is that desire happens instantly. It doesn't, and there's actually more than one type of desire. There are two. So one is spontaneous, where you feel desire kind of out of nowhere. The other is responsive, which you experience in response to things like touch. And if you're interested in hearing more about those two types of desire, you should check out our podcast with Dr. Lori Mintz, which you can find through the link in our bio. Myth number 7 is that planned sex is boring. Not so. If you think about other activities in your life that you really enjoy, it's unlikely that making time for them and scheduling them makes them less enjoyable. And the same can be said for sex. And apparently planning it can actually be helpful in creating responsive desire because it gives arousal time to build. And finally, myth number 8 is that your penis isn't good enough. It is. There are a lot of social expectations when it comes to penises about both size and function. But the reality is your penis size or shape is not the key to how much you or your partner can enjoy sex if you define sex as sexual pleasure. Let us know in the comments if you've come across any of these myths before, and as always, make sure to subscribe to our channel so that we can keep taking you on new and ever more interesting sex and space journeys.